Hello everybody, good to see you. Today I'm doing a much requested video, and today that video would be applying model bus blinds and other decals. Now here I've just acquired these, so they're not perfect, I must admit. They're from a friend. I didn't make them. They are some plain red London decals and they look fine, but they're missing any decals or roots. And today I'm going to be using them as examples of how to change them. Now, a quick disclaimer, for a model such as this production model here, there are more professional ways to change the blinds. However, the reason I actually don't do this, only because you can risk cracking the glazing, and I'd rather have some slightly less realistic blinds than some cracked windows. If it's not done correctly by the wrong person, it can just go all haywire, and I just prefer not to do it. If you want to have a go at it yourself, I'd suggest joining some sort of forum, and they will have some good ideas there. But back to the video, let's explain what you're going to need for this. You're going to need a bowl, and you're going to need to fill it with warm water. You're obviously going to need some buses to actually apply it on. And of course you need your transfers. Now, there are different places where you can get your transfers, but my preference is LBRT, London Bus Transfers. These guys are great, they produce very realistic transfers, they're really easy to apply, they last a very long time, providing you're careful with your buses. I personally would definitely recommend them. If you need some advice on what to pick and where to get them, then just look in the description, I'm going to include all the links there. And one very quick disclaimer. I'm not claiming that this is the best way to apply them. I'm also not claiming that there is only one way to apply them. I'm just making this video for people who don't know how to and would like to see how to do it relatively well. So if we draw the attention to the Plaxton President among us, I'm going to be converting this into a corporate London General livery, and by that, it's not going to have the band, because I think I want it to look like some of the converted ones, the Euro 2 ones. Some of them did keep the band, some of them didn't. So to start off with, what you're going to do is get your transfers, of which these are the London General transfers. You will open the bag and you will begin to just match up what goes with what. So here I have the largest of them. This is obviously going to look best on the side and on the other side there. And then you take a look at the smaller ones, which are a bit more fiddly. And then you see they would more than likely go on the back or the front if you wanted to. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a blind. And for this one I'm going to choose route 63. I'll just show you. Right, so what you do is you've got your blind here. I'll show you in a second. You're going to need to cut out the area. So let's make a start. And there we have all the transfers cut out, as you can see. What you will then do is take each transfer individually and put it in the hot water for between 30 to 60 seconds. Now initially they may well curl, as you can see. Just leave it in there for 30 to 60 seconds. You can't really put it in for too long, but I will show you what to do in a second. Now that it's been about 30 seconds to a minute, what you do is you carefully, with your finger, take them out of the water with the paper, as I will show you. And you take the transfer, you bring it close, sorry it's going to be a bit hard to see, and you simply slide it off and onto the vehicle. You then, of course, dab it with a tissue, which I just did off camera because it's really hard to do. Same, of course, goes for the front of the bus. Front and side blinds as well. And there is the bus nearly finished. The only one thing I forgot to add is that I do like to add the company fleet address. I think that's what it's called, so I'll apply that now. And then after that, the model is pretty much finished. So just the tips to remember is dabbing it down, of course, wiping off all the water, And just of course making them straight, you can slide them around for a few minutes before they dry. So just make sure they're straight because it improves the look of the model. And that's the President done. Now, just so you know, all these buses are supposed to be fictional because they're all single door. They're not supposed to depict real vehicles. Front blind. Sorry for cutting it off there. It's a bit hard to make this video, I'm not gonna lie. And then of course the side and the rear blinds. So, I hope that video was ever so slightly insightful to you. Really terrible quality, I've constantly been dropping it. It's been really hard to make, I have to confess. But hopefully it will help someone out there who doesn't know how to do it. Well, any comments will be in the comment section. I'll show you where to buy the transfers in the description. And I wish you all well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.